Na kwingineko ni kwamba viongozi wa makanisa wanaendelea kufika mbele ya kamati maalum ya bunge la Seneti inayochunguza mauaji ya Shakahola. Hii leo miongoni mwa wanaofika ni muhubiri David Owuor na Askofu Margaret Wanjiru wa Jesus Is Alive Ministries.
Yes, Dr.
Honorable Chair, once again, my name is Dr. Toromo Kochei. I'm Deputy Director of Medical Services from Nakuru County, and I was previously coordinating the NASCOP program. You know very well that when the pandemic, the HIV/AIDS pandemic came into the country, the government of Kenya put in place measures to mitigate it. And I was posted to the Rift Valley region to coordinate the program. What happened in Shakahola, it really cut my heart, because we do not need to lose any more lives. I have lost quite a number of people in the HIV care program because of HIV, because antiretroviral therapy is just to prolong life. So what I would suggest is that we need scientifically verifiable evidence if at all there is any healing. So when I was in the Rift Valley province, I was coordinating the region. Patients start coming to me. Dr. I have tested HIV negative because I went to the meeting of the prophet and he cast HIV. Now I've tested. We tested to the level of the DNA PCR. And at one stage, Honorable Chair, it got the attention of NASCOP because I was giving reports to the NASCOP program, National AIDS Control Program. And at one stage, NASCOP program realized that there is something here that patients can also benefit. And that is the divine intervention. They gave me an authority to do a detailed history of these people who claim to have been healed. I did a detailed history of the people, even to the level of DNA PCR, and they were negative. So what I am saying is this: we need to focus on scientifically verifiable testing. The doctors should come and verify whether these actually are real healings. I have done it at Cambridge laboratories, and they have tested to the DNA PCR. So what we are saying is this: to avoid what happened in Shakahola, we need to focus on the church that is playing its role of bringing life, but not taking away life. The loss of life should not be the role that we saw it in, the role of the church that we saw in Shakahola. We want the church that is able to bring in life. And me as a Christian doctor, I know what it means to work together as a church, together with the doctors, to bring in a life. And even as I speak now, I came with one example here. Samson Puki, for example, who is here, and the HIV positive. We have tested, and we are testing every year to see what is the outcome, because NASCOP told me to follow up on these cases. So when this new phenomenon came, many people have been relieved of trouble. You know what HIV can do. And I want to believe that also, when we focus on this scientifically verified evidence of healing, we will be able to benefit as a nation also, because we are spending a lot of drug money. Even some we are getting from donors organizations outside. So we need to focus on where there is evidence that we can really benefit. Not people, because when the people went to die in Shakahola, they were actually looking for healing. Maybe they were looking for HIV/AIDS healing, but they were not. They were going to places where there was no scientifically proven evidence.
So thank you, Doctor. Sure. May I recognize the presence of the Honorable Senator Maina. Please put yourself on record.
Good morning to all our guests who are visiting today. My name is Veronica Maina, nominated Senator UDA. Welcome to this meeting.
Thank you, Senator. Council, yes, Senator.
Thank you, Chair. I want to know if in this annexure you have tackled types of miracles, because a miracle is a personal experience where somebody meets it at his or her point of need. What if the miracles that people have and the personal experiences cannot be justifiable by a medic? how do we categorize it? And how do we justify that there is a board to exemplify the academic input in this? Number two, Chair, what is, that's my feeling, what my good friends are putting forward is the proverbial scenario where we've always had that confidential reports or personal medical experiences are being used to achieve a certain cause. Is it in order to pursue that direction as a house? And number two, is it spiritually correct to use somebody's misfortune, come medically approved miracle, put in public? Thank you, Chair.
Yes, Council, I think, let me guide here. And I want you to record that question because we will need to answer it. But so that we make progress, I think you need to finish your presentation so that we can interact. Because if we continue the way we are, we will start interacting in the middle, and then it will be like this for the rest of the day. So I wanted you to say, I have finished my presentation, so that we can then interact with the report. Can you do that for us?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I appreciate the question that has been asked by the honorable member. This matter is
No, I didn't want you to answer now. I want you to finish, pend that question. That question, you will come back to it. Finish your presentation so that we can interact with it. You know, because if we go this way, we will not make progress. So finish your presentation. Have you finished your presentation?
I have.
You have?
In summary, what am I saying, Honorable Chair? That the matter of spiritual intervention is very important for a nation. We have lost lives, and that is why we are seated here today. Number two, on the other side, there are solutions that the state, no government, has a way to those solutions except the church. You are Honorable Chair. So, what am I saying in brief? That yes, the church in Kenya, I'm talking generally as a church, is a solution today. And what we saw in Shakahola through Paul Mackenzie Good News International Church, that is not the church that should make us sit here today. Yes, Mr. Chair.
So thank you very much, Council. So first of all, the committee appreciates a very well organized, very well researched presentation. I'm not sure whether you've done justice in terms of the oral presentation, but in terms of the written presentation, this is very good work, Council. We register our appreciation. So then we will want to interact with the presentation. I think you've noted the first question that was asked by Senator Wakoli, which I would expect you or one of your teammates to respond to. But I also want you to, as you respond to the first question, you also respond to this one. You made it very clear that in your submissions, there are sufficient laws in the country, and we don't need any new laws to deal with Shakahola or any future cases such as that. The Senate committee would want to know from you and your organization, in the first cases that Paul Mackenzie was taken to court for, yeah, we castigated the DPP that he lost the case because maybe he was not serious, or they didn't give it attention, or they didn't send anyone.
Kamati ya bunge ambayo inachunguza mashaka yaliyotokea Shakahola, ambapo bado maiti zinaendelea kufukuliwa, zaidi ya maiti 420 sasa hivi zikiwa zimeweza kufukuliwa. Kwa hivyo viongozi wale katika majengo ya bunge hivi sasa wanahoji baadhi ya viongozi wa kidini katika makanisa tofauti kuhusiana na masuala na uongozi katika makanisa hayo, na vile vile wengi wamejadili masuala ya miujiza kuweza kutokea, ambao ni miujiza ambao hupelekea baadhi waumini wengi kufurika katika makanisa yale, na ndio tatizo lilotokea katika eneo la Shakahola, watu wakielekezwa katika njia potovu za imani yao. Tunakwenda mapumzikoni, lakini hapa studioni wageni wangu wa Shafika tutakuwa baadaye ni wenye kuwatambulisha kwenu.